What's up, Ninja Nation? It's your boy Jesse James. Y'all ready? I don't think you're ready. But to help you get ready, some of the best candy drops on the market. They are been around for 100 years. You know how impressive that is for a company? That's a lot of years. I think that's a century. They are absolutely amazing. Alright. So, we left off. We're not doing page numbers because this is a whole other book, or supposed to be a whole other book. So we're on chapter 1 of 12 Gates of Heaven. Alright. Yahweh, Hilgate Ande, and Jesu Christo appeared back in the castle. All exhaled deeply. Hell is getting braver, Your Grace. Yes, it is. Well, you know what? If war is what they want, if war is what he wants, then war is what the devil shall get. He ushered the royal wine pourer in. Yes, my lord. He leaned down. Go and retrieve Michael. Tell him I need him in the throne room. As you wish, Your Grace. Yahweh sat down near a blacksmith table and began to clean the reserve swords. Yahweh finished cleaning the weapons as he organized them by size and rank. The son and the wise man left to attend other godly duties. Godly needs. Yahweh, the great I Am, sat upon his mighty throne and slowly breathed and gently rubbed his temples. A few needed moments of deep thinking. A light but strong knock echoed through the royal chamber. Yes, come in. The door softly opened. You summoned, my lord. Michael! Yeah, come in. I want you to take a group of your best men and go to Earth. Watch for high-level demons and new portals being opened. If more than 3 portals open, alert me and mobilize the entire army. I already sent Gabriel down to scout ahead for increased demon activity. Archangel firstborn Michael stood straight and bowed. Sir, shall I depart immediately? As soon as you can, please. By your command. He bowed once more, flapped his wings, then was gone. Meanwhile, on Earth, a teenage girl ran into an alley screaming for help. Lightning struck the darkest, furthest part of the alley. A man entered the alley smiling. "What's a pretty little mouse like you doing at this time of hour? Want to play, little mouse?" No, I don't. Please, leave me alone. Help, anyone!" She backed further into the alley. "You're trapped, little mouse. Nowhere to run." Suddenly, a large wooden nailed board came boomeranging out of the shadows. It smacked the rapist square in the face. With such velocity, the rapist spun to the ground. A larger man stepped out of the shadows. The girl jumped at the sight of him. "Fear not, my child. I am not here to hurt you." He bent down and patted the flames and smoke off his body. Now looking at the guy on the ground. "You know, rape is a criminal offense, and a teenager at that? Have you no dignity? And it's quite frowned upon in heaven as well," Archangel Gabriel said. "Ah, shit, you broke my nose." He looked over Jessica's shoulder. It looks good on you." Then the thug realized he was talking to a man. "Screw off, pal. I was just trying to have a little fun." The thug barely got to his feet and blinked. Then Archangel Gabriel was a foot in front of him. "I'm sorry, come again? What did you say?" The thug stepped back. "Shit, he's fast." "I said..." Gabriel slammed a powerful knee into the rapist's stomach, then plowed a hammer fist down into the back of the head. "You know, it's very impolite to mumble when you talk. Speak up, kid. I know people who were born in a barn who got more manners than your punk ass." The man looked up at him and started to say something slick, but then crumpled back down to the ground. He laid on the floor, trying to get his wits about him, panting. Gabriel turned to the frightened 17-year-old. "Hey, Jessica, are you all right?" She responded with a shaky, stuttering voice. "Yeah, I guess." She brushed a strand of hair out of her face. "How?" She paused, trying to collect herself. "How do you know my name?" "Thank you, mister." "Oh, my sweet child, God knows all his children more than you know yourself." The rapist staggered to his feet. "If you value your soul, you will lay back down and stay on the ground, bro." "Do you know who I am, bitch?" "I couldn't care less. You made your bed, and you will soon lie in it." The bad guy cocked his head. "Apparently you ain't never heard of the Black Dragon. I'm Mafia 2-time. You can't touch me." "I am well aware of your false god dragon cult. I am not impressed." Suddenly Jessica screamed, "Impress this! Look out, he's got a gun!" "Honey, I'm an angel of the great I am. A human pebble shooter doesn't scare me." The thug spat a few teeth out. "You picked the wrong guy to play hero with," Gabriel sighed. Glot-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Automatic Mach 11 machine pistol open fired. Archangel Gabriel looked out up to the sky. The man doesn't value his soul. May I? My king? God said to Gabriel, fine, but keep the shirt on. We don't want this incident to attract his attention. At least not yet. Awesome. He turned to the thug as if the two machine pistols weren't spitting out a storm of lead death. By authority of heaven's king, Yahweh, the great I am, Jonathan Price, I hereby sentence you to death and condemn your soul. You will await judgment in hell. The bullets seemed to disappear into thin air, not a single one touching Jessica. Gabriel sprinted forward. He jumped off a stack of pallets. His fist began to glow, and he Superman punched the thug's face with one hand and reached into his body and grabbed the guy's soul with the other hand. Gabriel spun and slammed the soul through the ground to Hell's Gate. The body fell to the ground with a thump, and the skin began to turn a gray and bluish tint. The eyes went lifeless. Gabriel cried and shook his head as he saw the soul get up and was seized by two demons. A forced escort to a holding cell. The demons smiled, looking up at Gabriel, and the soul screamed and tried to resist as Price realized where he was. I love it when they scream, one demon said to the other demon. Price cried, realizing he screwed up for the last time. Gabriel closed the portal and shook his head. He wiped the tears away. Damn shame. The sad thing is, he used to be a man of God once upon a time. He had a few hard times and let hell get in his ear, and one thing led to another, which led to a life of crime and violence. His heart hardened, an agent and now and forever, an agent of chaos and darkness. Do not waste your tears, Gabriel. I gave him over 10,000 chances to change his ways. It was bound to happen. He adamantly chose his path, refused to be saved. If you were not his end, he was going to get killed by one of his gangmates in a betrayal during a large bank heist, Friday of next week anyway. I know, my king. It's just sad how blind humanity can be at times. Humans are slow to understand their doings and their thinking, which is why I'm slow to anger and judge. Some speed up their demise because they think Lucifer and the Dark Ones are wiser because they promise a quicker outcome, regardless how much mess it may create. Humans have a frustrating sense of impatience, but I will not impede on their free will. Gabriel nodded and dried his tears. He turned to the girl who was curled up in a fear ball in the corner. Rise, my child. The threat is gone. He extended his hand to help her up. No, no, thank you. I'm fine. She used the wall to steady herself. Was that guy really going to try and hurt me? And Gabriel looked over at the now dead body, then looked back at her. His energy said yes. That's scary. I gotta move the hell out of this damn city. May I ask you a question? Still thinking about the guy with the gun, she clutched her breast in a crossed arm formation. Sure. She stared at the ground. What did you see? What did you just see then? You came out of the dark part of the alley and saw or heard me yell for help, I guess. You got up in that guy's face and you kneed him in the stomach. And, how you dropped him with just one knee, I don't know. Jessica responded, still kind of shaky. She met his soft gaze and then quickly went back to the ground. I'm sorry. I've had people rob me, but never rape. Still, I kind of shocked about that. How you know my name anyway? He got up. Anyway, he got up and you mumbled something. Then you charged at him like some kind of Shaolin monk or ninja. You jumped off that pile of pallets as if he wasn't even shooting dual machine guns at you. You punched the snot out of him. How did you not get hit by a bullet? It then dawned on Gabriel. She was not a believer, and so he touched his side of his arm. And then he raised his shirt a bit. No, he did graze me a bit. She saw the bullet wound. Oh, never mind. For a couple minutes there, I was beginning to think you weren't human. Oh, if you only knew. He stepped aside. May I walk you home? She nodded. Yeah, okay. Not 4 blocks down the road, a gang ran out and surrounded them. Hey, bro, that's a beautiful girl you got there. Mind if we kill you and leave her body naked in an alley somewhere, or maybe a lake? One came in with a heavy-handed jaw punch. One behind him flicked a knife open. Knife man lunged for a lung stab. Gabriel moved the blade into several spots of the punching guy. Then he back fist smashed the knife guy's face in. Gabriel sighed as they both fell to the ground dead. Is all of Chicago this violent? The girl was beginning to feel quite safe around this gentleman. Rapists not normally, but muggers are normal. The state has instructed us to carry extra money with us while they are working on the problem. Sounds like they don't care. I'm sorry. She laughed. Even the muggers were confused as they paused their attack. Sorry, gentlemen. One moment. Nah, you straight. Have your conversation. We are only trying to rob and murder you. This guy. She moved closer to Gabriel. She smiled. If you didn't know that, then you must not be from around here. Then it was Gabriel's turn to smile. How do you survive such a violent place? almost raped, and not even an hour apart, almost. Hey, buddy, can we get back to the robbing and the killing? They all bum rushed Gabriel. Oh, right, I forgot about you guys. Gabriel snapped his fingers. And the gang members dropped to the ground with convulsions and compulsions. Now, if you just flop there like nice little fish for a moment, so I can finish this, so that I may have a civilized conversation with the lady, I will stop the compulsions. Gabriel turned to Jessica and mugged. Lord, girl, you need to not be out at night. Jessica stared at the gangbangers on the ground. This time of year, I work doubles to try and get ahead on my bills. I usually don't get off till 11 p.m. I try to route my walk away from the gang's hotspots. But when that one drunk from the bar followed me home, it scared me into detouring into a bad part of the neighborhood. I've been jumped, robbed, beaten on. Thank God nothing worse. She started to choke on her words. You okay? She began to cry. She wiped the tears away. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just having a hard time grasping the concept of you. Gabriel smiled. Ah, she's starting to believe, Father. After these two incidences, you make downtown Chicago look like a walk in the park. The best MMA fighters and even some military personnel have been killed on these streets. Are you a wizard? An alien? A god? Or something? Gabriel looked up at God and began laughing. Yes, the last one. I am Archangel Gabriel of Yahweh, the great I am. Wow. I thought when you first said that, you were just crazy. But after those two incidences, forgive me for not having much faith. Kind of hard in a place like this. In that case, you will not hang your head in fear anymore. This is no way to live. Your Heavenly Father did not design you to cower in the shadows like a pathetic demon. You are meant to be a conqueror. Gabriel looked up at the sky. Sabrina, come down here, please. Kind of intimidated, she asked, Sabrina, one of our many animal protectors. She is going to be your heaven's guardian from now on. They started to walk away, and Gabriel remembered the bangers. Oh yeah, be good, or I'm going to put you on Santa's naughty list. Jessica chuckled. Does he exist too? Without missing a beat. Of course! That's one of her most prominent angels. How else do you think he gets his magic? I don't know. A wizard? Slightly offended by this answer, Gabriel said, No, Yahweh, child. No witch or wizard or warlock or has any kind of spell strong enough to reach all those folk in one night. Angel power, duh. Oh. He snapped his fingers, and the gang was well. They rose and ran in fear. The leader called back in a shattered-like voice. "Sorry, man," Gabriel said in a joking voice. "Don't try and be someone you're not, Ricky. You're just be yourself. For the love of heaven, stay out of gangs." Jessica thought for a moment. Wow, this is so cool. A real live angel. What does this mean? Why come to sleazy earth if heaven is the real deal? Gabriel answered her as if she spoke out loud. To save the earth from a pre-rapture war, the devil is coming into earth in 4 days. Did you just read my mind? That's kind of creepy. Don't do that. There's nothing about you the great I am does not know. Okay, if he knows everything, how many hairs are on my head? Why must you test the living God that gives you breath? Answer her, Gabriel. She's not testing. She's seeing if you are truly one of my angels. God Almighty instructed. My Lord, have I not proven myself already? My dear child, have you not learned humans are see it to believe it? Beings, not 7 times, but teach them 70 times. He sighed a small sigh of annoyance. But answered the young girl with the wisdom given by God himself. The Lord your God knows you have 5,986,494,512 hairs on your head. Be proud of me. I suck at math and I did that. The first take I wasn't able to do that. Alright. Jeez! Really? That's a lot of hairs. She instantly knew that no being could possibly guess that. She was stricken for words. It was very disturbing. She just stayed quiet. Suddenly, a ball of lightning smashed the pavement. Out of the smoke, a large, muscular lion arose from the smoke. Meep! She leapt behind Gabriel. What is that? He laughed. I think you call them lions here on Earth. That thing's a lion? It's huge. This is your guardian, Sabrina. Call her when you need her. I gotta go. If you need me, pray. Stay safe. Wind gusted and he was gone. He reappeared behind an alley next to the Chicago police station. Meanwhile, in hell, Satan smiled as he once more sat upon his devilish throne. A throne made of human bones. He began to think how to destroy the living world and march heaven. That beauty now eluded him. Now he was a mangled up mess of man, goat, demon, stingray. ugly stick. Black wings torn and blood-stained. Cerebros, come here! Lucifer bellowed. A loud woof came through the halls of hell. The ground began to shake, and demons screamed as the beasts trampled them alive to get to Lucifer. The dragon-bone door fell to the ground with a loud thud. Woof! It said as its massive club-like tail hit the door. Ouch, ouch, ouch! Get your stupid dog off me! The door proclaimed. The dog huffed in disapproval. It flicked its tail, and spikes came out. It gave the talking door a good hard thwack. The door shattered in pieces into the hallway. Lucifer got up in anger and shouted at the three-headed animal that he called a dog. You stupid mutt! That's the 16th door you broke today! It bowed its head in shame. I sorry you call, and I come. I no mean to upset you, the left head said. He's an idiot, sir. I'll have another door put up before the middle head started to say. Lucifer smiled evilly. Don't worry about it. In a few hours, I will have a human door. The red goat flicked its arrow tail as it smiled an evil smile. Back in heaven, the clouds around the castle palace thickened as all of the angels were getting ready to kick some demon teeth in. They sat in the armory awaiting for their king's command. They were fingering, foiling, and toying with their blue flaming weapons eagerly. Each member of the holy army trained by the divine three.